Have you ever noticed that some people quietly dread their own birthday? Not the party, not the cake, the day itself. They let the phone ring. They answer messages hours late with a short thank you. And when everyone sings around the candles, they smile. But their eyes are somewhere else. Here's the strange part. These are often the deep thinkers, the observers, the ones who ask questions nobody else asks. Psychologists have noticed a curious pattern. The more reflective a mind is, the more complicated birthdays become. Not because these people are ungrateful, not because they hate fun, but because a birthday triggers four things in a thinking brain that most people never notice. The first one turns a celebration into an audit. The second one is a performance almost nobody admits to. The third is a trick your own mind plays with expectations. And the fourth might be the real reason, the one that has nothing to do with cake and everything to do with time. Picture a woman on the night before her birthday. The house is quiet. She's not thinking about presents. She's thinking about a list. Where she expected to be by this age, the career, the savings, the version of herself she promised to become. For most people, a birthday is a party. For a reflective mind, it's a deadline. Psychologists call these moments temporal landmarks, dates that force the brain to stop and measure life like an accountant closing the books. New year, new decade. Birthdays. Most people glance at the numbers and move on. But a deep thinker doesn't glance. They audit. Every unfinished plan, every postponed dream, every year that went faster than the last. The cake arrives with candles, and the mind arrives with questions. That's the first reason. The birthday isn't a celebration. It's an evaluation, and nobody enjoys being evaluated. The second reason happens in front of other people, because on your birthday, there's an unwritten rule. You must be happy, visibly, constantly, on command. The song starts, everyone stares at you, and for 30 seconds you're on stage. Smile too little, and someone asks, "What's wrong?" Smile too much, and it feels fake. Psychologists call this emotional labor. Producing an emotion you're not fully feeling because the situation demands it. Waiters do it. Flight attendants do it. And once a year, the birthday person does it. For someone who values authenticity, there's nothing more exhausting than being required to feel something. Deep thinkers can enjoy connection for hours. What drains them is the performance of joy scheduled on a calendar. If you've ever felt relief when your birthday was over, type "that's me" in the comments. Because the third reason is a trap your own brain sets for you. Think about how birthdays worked when you were a child. You counted the days. The whole world seemed to organize itself around that date, and the day delivered. But the adult brain keeps that old expectation, like a promise it never updated. Psychologists have studied this pattern. The more we expect a day to feel special, the more ordinary it feels when it arrives. The morning looks like any morning. Traffic is still traffic. Work still emails you. And a quiet voice inside asks, "Shouldn't I be feeling more?" That gap between the expected emotion and the real one registers as disappointment. Not because the day was bad, but because it was normal. When the brain was promised magic. Reflective people feel this gap more sharply because they notice it. They watch themselves not feeling what they're supposed to feel. And that observation becomes the heaviness itself. But none of these three is the deepest reason. The fourth reason is the one nobody says out loud at the party. A birthday is the only celebration that openly counts your time. Every candle is a number, and a thinking brain can't see a number without doing the math. How many summers are left? How many visits with aging parents? How many chances to start over? Psychologists call it mortality salience, the quiet awareness of our own finish line. Most days, the mind keeps that awareness in a drawer. A birthday opens the drawer, hands you a slice of cake, and asks you to smile. That's why the deep thinker goes quiet when the candles are lit. They're not sad about getting older. They're feeling the weight of time itself in a room full of people singing. But here's what almost everyone gets wrong. That heaviness is not a defect, it's depth. The same mind that audits the years is the mind that refuses to waste them. The same person who can't perform joy on command is the person whose real joy, when it comes, is completely true. They don't hate birthdays. They take them seriously, maybe more seriously than anyone else in the room. So the next time someone goes quiet at their own party, don't ask what's wrong. Nothing is wrong. They're just doing what thinking minds do with time, feeling how much it matters. And maybe that's the real question this day asks all of us. Not how old are you, but what are you doing with the time you have left? If this described you, comment, "It's not the cake," below. And if you want to understand how your mind really works, the next video on your screen goes even deeper.